Hello dearie, welcome back to another tutorial. My name is Sonia. So today we are going to be learning how to make this short Bubu dress. Please like, subscribe, thank you. So here I folded my fabric into 4. So first of all you fold into 2, then you fold again. So here is into 4 for the front and the back. So after that I'm going to be taking my neck width, which I took 3 inches, and the neck depth I took 4 or 5 inches. For the back I took 1 inch. For the back I took 1 inches. So as I start by taking the neck depth for the back first of all. Then after that I am going to be taking that for the front depth. So I actually changed this depth that I took. Here I took 4 inches or 4.5. So I actually connected it, but I'm going to reduce it to 3 inches. So I just made it this way, and I just curve like this if you want it as deep as this, but for mine I actually reduce it to 3 inches. So after that I am going to be taking how wide I want it to be. So it depends on you. So I actually took about 22 inches from the center point of this fabric. So I took 22 inches, then I came down by 12 inches. You can take 14. I think I actually took 14 inches. So I just rule like this. You roll it like this. So from there you're going to take your hip measurement. You take down your hip measurement, then you add about 4 inches or 3 inches. For mine I took 4 inches. I added 4 inches to mine, and you just rule from that your the armhole side, and the sleeve side you just take it from the sleeve side. So I'm just trying to get what I took again, because if I can add on the allowance, so you can add your seam allowance and your ease can be 3 inches plus a seam allowance will make it 4, plus your hip circumference. I hope you get what I'm saying. So you just connect it down. So for this I wanted it to be like an A shape, so I'm going to extend from that. You can just take this down to measure what you have here. So what you have here, you can add about 2 inches to it, 2 or 3 inches to it if you want it to be like A line. So I wanted mine to be A line instead of taking it straight. So I added about 3 inches, 2 or 3 inches to it. Then I connected it like this. From the sleeve side I just made like an A-shape curve down there to the length of the bubu. Okay, so it depends on the length you're using. For mine, my length was about 35 inches plus seam allowance. So you now I took from here, I took 1 inches from that side, and I connected it like this. It's just for the sleeve side to balance. Okay, so I'm just trying to make the line visible. Just hope it's visible. So I'm just trying to make it visible like this. So here we are actually done with this. So before we cut the front neckline, we are going to take out the back first. So I'm going just to cut it out cut out the back from this folded for the folded fabric. This fabric is folded into 4, so I'll first of all cut it out like this. So after cutting it out, we cut the shoulder side open. If you want to draft yours, please just get a start line from this shoulder side so that you can add your seam allowance for joining for the shoulder. So I didn't actually did that here, but I just took little inches to join it. So but if you want to make yours, ensure you add your seam allowance at the shoulder side before you start drafting your main taking your main measurement. So now we're going to be marking the neckline for the front. So after taking the back, I now going to draft the neckline for the front. So I told you earlier on that I actually later reduced the neckline to 3 inches. So I took 3 inches, and I'm just going to make it curve like this. So this one is going to be for the front neckline. So I'm going to cut it like this. So after cutting it like this, I'm going to be going down for the slit in the front. So it depends on how deep you want it to be. So I actually took about 4 inches for the slit in front. You can make it 3. It depends on how deep you want it to be. Okay, so after that, I'm going to be marking my waist my waistline, which is 17 for the, this is a drawstring Bubu. So I'm going to be taking my waistline. So you're just going to mark it. You mark it on the right side, please. I'm not supposed to be marking on this. This is the wrong side. So I'm going to mark it on the right side. Okay, you mark it on the right side on both for the front and the back. You just take your waist measurement, mark it on the right side, because the string is going to be on the right side. Okay, so yeah, I later change it to the front line. So this is the opening for the front, and I'm going to be marking my waist measurement for the front side. If you want to mark it, you don't have to fold to mark, you just spread it out to mark. You can still fold, but it's preferable when you spread it to mark your waist from your shoulder to your waist. So variable when you spread the front fabric, then you mark your shoulder to your waistline. So you mark that for the drawstring. Yeah. So here I'm just arranging. I'm just making it and just ensuring that the fabric is well placed on fold. So now I'm going to be taking the my waist circumference. So from the waist we're going to be marking the pockets. So from your waist you can take about 2 inches to mark where you're going to start to place your pocket at the side. So I just make a notch there, then I flip it over, and I'm going to be doing the same thing I did on the other side. So you will just have to check if it aligns with the mark that you made on the other side. As I said, you will have a more accurate line if you open it up. Okay, so I just trying to check if it aligns to that of the other side. So I'm going to be marking for the back. This is the back pattern. I'm going to be marking for the back I had to spread it to open it. Then I take my waist circumference as where you want the drawstring to start from. Okay, depends on where you want it, but it's preferably your waist, shoulder to waist measurement. Okay, so I did same for the back to mark it. So I just take my ruler and make a straight line. So after taking this, you are going to ensure that it's matched the one of the front, so that it's on the same line. Okay, so here I'm taking my pocket. So I came down by 2 inches from the waist. So I made a notch on both sides. You can fold it and make a notch. So after that, I've for the black attachment on the down side of this dress, you're going to measure the bottom of this dress. That's the hem. You're going to measure it. You measure both sides. You measure for the sleeve side too. So what you have there on both sleeve, you are going to use what you have to cut out the length of what you will need to attach to the sleeve and the bottom part of this dress. So what I did is I use a crepe here, so I fold the crepe into two. So I'm going to be cutting a strip of like 2.5 inches. So that's what I'm going to be cutting here, 2.5 inches. So if I join the two front and back piece together, the the number I measured, that is the length I'm going to be using to cut this this strip that I'm going to be using at the bottom and at the sleeve side. So here I'm marking for 5 inches, so you can be taking 5 inches, so it's going to be 12. It depends on how wide you want it to be. So I just made this fabric unfold, so I started marking my 5 inches. So on fold I marked 5 inches like this. I marked 5 inches because one of the inch, after marking 5 inches, if I cut it into two and I fold, it's going to be 2.5. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to be marking the length of the length I took. You mark the length and you mark how the width of the strip that you want to use. So for mine I took 2.5. So I'm just trying to mark 5 inches. I'm trying to get my 5 inches. So this is on fold because I want a long strip that I'll be using both for the down part and for the sleeve. So I put it on fold and I'm marking 5 inches. So if I cut this into two and I fold it, it's going to be 2.5. So here I have cut it. So on fold now is going to be 2.5. You can make yours actually 3 inches or 4 inches, depends on um how wide you want it to be. So after that I'm going to be sewing it on like this. You can sew it. There are 2 methods to sew this if you want to. You can just sew it like this. After sewing it like this, you can use your serger as your overlock machine and just overlock the rough edge. Or you can actually this is for the sleeve. The sleeve, you can actually do the same thing like this too. Just sew it like this, right side facing right side. You sew it and you turn it like this. But if you don't want to do this, you can fold half inch in and iron it. Fold half inch iron on one side. You can do on both sides, but it's preferable to do on one side or do on both sides half inch so that you know the issue attaching. Then you just sew it. You start from the wrong side, you sew and you just attach it this way. So look at, first of all you sew it like this, then you flip it with your half inch that you've already ironed and you sew it on this like this for a neat finishing. I hope you understand. Or you can just fold it and sew it straight, then you overlock it. Okay, so now we're going to be cutting the facing for the neck line. So or you take your front piece, you fold it like this. Ensure you fold it equally. So here I'm just trying to ensure that it's stable, as in is equal, because we're about to cut the facing. The facing that we're going to be using to tone the neckline. So I actually use this crepe. You can also use any fabric of your choice. You can use the fabric if you have pieces from this from your main fabric, you can use it. Okay, so you just have to cut you can measure the distance from the center to your shoulder side, maybe like 2 inches or 1 inch away from your neckline. Then it can be the width of these pieces. Then the length is going to be from the depth of this from the depth of the neckline to from the beginners, from this 3 inches to the slit you made. From the slit you made, you can make it like 1 inch after your slit that you made. So that is how you can measure for the fabric you want to use to turn this. So I'm just using this pieces fabric, so I'm just trying to ensure that it's equal on the downside. So you just place it like this on a folded fabric. You just place it like this on fold. So that's where my slit ends. So for where your slit ends, you're going to come down about like 1 inch or 2 inches. Then I just cut it like this. So after cutting, you just measure how wide you want your piecing to be. So for mine, I took 2 inches. You can make it 3 inches. So from that end there, I just make a curve like this to the shoulder. Okay, then I'll cut it out. You can put some allowance if you want to fold it on it. So after that, you're going to mark the depth of the slits, and you do the same thing on the facing. So I've already done that, and this is how it's going to look like. Then you're going to sew. Place right side facing right side, and you're going to sew. You're just going to sew from the slit to the neckline like this. Don't sew the shoulder, okay? Then you flip it. After sewing, you flip it to the other side and press it. So I'm going to be doing same for the back side also. I'm going to be taking your facing for the back side the way you did for the front. We're going to do the same for the back neckline, So I'm going to place the fabric just the way you did for the front facing to get the back facing. So you take a fabric. So I actually took the fabric from the pieces I got from the main fabric. Then you place some food, and you just arrange this on it like this. You cut it out. So you also mark the same inches you took for the front, and you mark like this, like what you took for the front, and you just shape it like this. Depends on how you can make it square too. So you cut. So this is going to be the facing for the back neckline. So you just place it like this, right side facing right side, and you go to your machine and stitch. Okay, and you flip over, you press with iron. So here I want to cut my the the string I'm going to be using for the drawstring, so I'm going to be attaching at the waistline. So here I actually took 2 inches. So I took 4 inches. So if I cut this strip now and I fold it, I'm going to show you how I'm going to fold it. If I hold it the end of the day, I'm going to get 1 inch. So I'm just going to cut. So I'm making sure I have 4 inches here. So in these 4 inches, I'm still going to cut it into 2 because I want a long strip. Okay. So now I'm going to be marking 2 inches. You see now marking the 2 inches. So I'm going to cut it. So here is the 2 inches. So I'm still going to be I just want to know the length because you're going to measure your waist circumference run after joining your fabric. So you measure what you have, so to know the length of the strip that you're going to be cutting. So I'm going to be joining these two together like this, and so to get my waist circumference for the bubu. So you're going to go to your press iron, you're going to mark half inch like this, you're going to fold half inch on both sides like this, you're going to press it. So if you fold, you're going to get 1 inches when you fold on both sides like that. So here I've already attached my I've sewn the neckline, and you have to press iron. Then you can use your hemming gum to hold it down, or some people you can stitch on it if you want to. Okay. So I'm going to be placing the two pieces together, the front and the back. So I'm going to be showing you how you're going to sew it. You're going to attach the front and the back together. So on the shoulder side, you are going to take the both the shoulder for the front and the back. So you see the facing, you're just going to align it like this. You align it like this, and you sew from that facing down to the end of the sleeve. That's how you're going to attach the front and the back together. Okay, you do the same on the other side. You close your side, before you close it, you can add your pocket. So before I close my side, I'm going to be adding my pocket. So I've already cut the pocket. The width of this pocket is 7 inches. Then the length, you can just place your hand to know how long you want it to be. So the width like this is 7 inches. Then the length, so I'm just marking out here myself, just I'm cutting out the essence. Then the length, you can just place your finger, your palm on it, and you can know how you want the length of your pocket to be. So you just attach it. Where I notch a place on the beginning of this video. I notch a place there that's 2 inches from the waist. Then you just add it like this. The right side, from the right side, you add it like the right side face, right side. So yeah, I'm using my pin just to illustrate, to show you how you're going to attach it. And you sew. You do the same on the other side. You attach the pocket, like the right side facing right side, like this, and you stitch. Where I'm pinning like that, you stitch on it like that. So it's going to be like this. You just arrange it. I'll show you arrange it, and it's when you finish stitching, then you just from there you just stitch like this. You stitch and go like this, and you stitch to the hem part. Okay, so I've done attaching this, the black crepe, to the down part and the sleeve. So what we're going to be doing now is to attach the string, the drawstring. So here is the fabric I told you about. So I have pressed the half inch on both sides. Then here you're just going to turn it like this, and you make the mark. Ensure you have a mark at the middle of this dress. You can use your iron to create that mark. So I already have mine, it's visible there. So this is how you're going to attach it. From the mid side, you're just going to attach it like this. From your waist, you attach it like this, and you just sew it down. You sew it round to the other side. You sew it. So I'm just showing you how you're going to sew it. Take it round to the other side. So my strip here is very long. It's better to have excess than have a shortage. So you just sew it like that, and when you get to the midpoint too, you fold it like I showed you. In the midpoint, so there's going to be a little space in between. Okay, so after that, you're going to still use the same fabric and do your the rope you're going to use to pass through it. Okay, you're going to fold it like that. You fold it again. So that's all for the tutorial. Thanks for watching.